So I'm working on this Nissan Maxima. Going to be replacing the radiator today. You can see I've got the hood almost vertical. It's being held up by a rope from the trunk. I'm going to be replacing the hood struts at some point. And so for now, it's just a lot easier to have access to the engine with the hood up out of the way. And so I've already removed the fans. I'm going to be doing a testing of the fans to make sure they're good before I install them back. But now I'm at the point of draining this radiator. And it looks like a pretty simple job. There's just two 10mm nuts that hold these clips in, that hold the radiator in. And there's just a few connections. There's the upper hose here and the lower hose down there. And then there's a couple of transmission cooler lines and the overflow. And they're all held by spring clamps, so it's going to be fairly easy to get this out of here. So the first thing I'm going to do is drain the radiator into that bucket down there. And hopefully there's a radiator drain cock somewhere under there. If not, I'll just remove that lower hose and slowly pull it back and hopefully have a controlled drain. So on this transmission line here, there's just a spring clamp. You can open that with a pair of pliers. I kind of like that. And I'll either have a silicone plug or something to quickly plug this hose, or I'll have some way of pinching this hose shut, depending on what I can find in my toolbox. And the lower radiator hose here is just this clamp with looks like a Phillips or a number 10. Either one will do it. I like to have the choice. It's kind of nice. But I'm gonna go ahead and drain it using this this drain cock if possible with a Phillips. Woo. Got it going into a bucket there. I think it's mostly water. So next I'm going to go underneath the car and remove the transmission cooler hoses. So I'm going to use these caps and plugs. The black caps came with the new radiator. I'm going to install them on the old radiator when I remove the hose. And I'll use the silicone caps to plug the hose end. I'm going to slide my pan over here underneath this, and I'm just using these pliers here. These are just sliding pliers. Slide that back out of the way, and I'm going to have a cap ready to go on there. So often you'll find that the heat has kind of welded this hose to it. So I'm going to go in there and gently try to rotate it without damaging it. Yeah, you can see I'm walking it back out of there. I guess it's been on there since 1998. Well, that's good. Nothing came out. Well, it does come out. I'm going to put a cork in this. And then I'm going to cap that off right there. That'll slow it down a little bit. And I can move over to this one. So next I'm going to take a look at that one over there. Okay, getting it. I got the black cap ready to go. The white one there. That went pretty well, didn't make. And so I'm going to put my bucket under that. There on this one. This one's just a Phillips from the bottom, or number 10. Going to pull it out slowly, let that drain away. Next, I'm just going to remove the cap, and this hose here, you simply just squeeze it, move it out of the way, and pull it out. There you go. Now the radiator's ready to come out. It's totally disconnected. And these are number 10. I loosened them already. So there's a little rubber isolator there. The radiator is supposed to be a little free to move. I'll just set that there. Just set that one there like that. So now the radiator's ready to come out. And just a tired old radiator. I'll go get rid of this. So on the bottom of the radiator here, there's these rubber pieces that you'll need. This is from the old one. They go into the on the new radiator. I'm going to just set them down here in the cups there. That way I know they're in the right spot. Okay, got those in. The pins are in down there. And I'll tighten that up tighter later. And cap goes on. Here's the overflow. Just come in there like that. Plug in. Spring on there. And I'm going to leave the upper hose off until I put the fan assembly in. But I can go ahead and install the hoses at the bottom. So there's just a few connections on the radiator here. These are the pins that go into the bottom radiator support, and there are some loops here that the fan shroud drops into, and then the fan shroud is going to be bolting to these threaded inserts here. This is the lower radiator hose here connection. These connections here are for the transmission cooler, and they've got little rubber caps holding them on, but they're little brass barbs that you just slide the hose on and clamp it. Pretty nice. I like that setup. It's real simple. This is the radiator cap, and this hose connection here goes to the overflow. This is the upper radiator hose connection, and these two pins here are what holds the radiator into the body with the metal clips, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So it's good when you've got the radiator out to take a look at it. One other feature is on this one, the petcock is over here on this side. On the radiator that I'm working on out of the vehicle, it was somewhere over in here. So it's slightly different, but it looks like it'll work. But that's one thing you want to check for all the features to make sure it's got everything you need and nothing you don't. That thing seems to have gotten happy to be there. Slide it on, and I'll go underneath and hit it with the spring clips. Do the same on this one. And the spring clips, they have it oriented so you access it from the bottom. I guess if you want to get under there and do a transmission flush or something like that, you can get to those clips from the bottom. And then so now put the radiator hose on. I can do that from up here. And then just go under there and make those connections tight and permanent. I'm actually putting it back where it was on the hose. Same for those. I put the clamps right back where they were. I'm going to install the fan assembly back into place. Goes that way. It's a little easier without the side pieces on. I can just snap those in after the fact. Wiring harness snaps back in. Just like it was made to be there. Put the upper radiator hose on, I suppose. Well, I'm going to install these side pieces here. Let's see. This one goes here. They just slide down into the slots there. And they basically just form the radiator shroud. I'm going to remove that coolant expansion tank there. I need to dump that out and put in the proper ratio of coolant. 10 millimeter. Got, looks like 2 bolts holding it there. You know, the old Nissan so far hadn't been too bad to work on. Of course, I might change my mind when I go underneath it. I'm going to go ahead and just remove this here. I'm going to dump that. It's mostly, I believe it's pretty much water in there. I'll fill it when I get ready to start driving it or running it.